everybody, welcome back to the TokenPants channel. We're doing a spoiler discussion for you today. We just got done seeing Justice League. And we're going to jump right into it. If you want a spoiler-free version of this review, please click in the link in the description below. That way you don't get spoiled. Because from here on out, it's going to be nothing but spoilers. What we liked, what we didn't like, what worked and what didn't. And here we go. Nancy, what do you got to say?
I really, really liked this movie. I thought that the moments in this movie were very well placed, and they were very different from Batman vs. Superman, where they kind of didn't make sense. Yeah. Where they would have like this really quick, like slow-mo, and then you'd be like, but why is it there? Whereas in this movie, in the Justice League, they fit. Like, they would have the slow-mos in the middle of like this fight scene, and I think what made it work as well was the Flash. Like, the Flash's scenes were pretty much a very long moment, kind of very like Zack Snyder, you know, like, but it worked because it was the Flash. I absolutely love the characters. I loved the Flash. He was very funny. I honestly, from the trailers, didn't think I was gonna like that character just because he was very much like this, like, super, super awkward, super like, just kind of person, but watching him throughout, like, interact with everybody else who's, like, very serious, very superhero-y, and he's just, like, he was pretty much me. Like, he was pretty much a fangirl the entire time. And I feel like if I was a superhero, that's how it'd be. I'd be like, oh my god, I'm in the Batman.
No, and I like that about it, but I'll say I liked him, what was his name, Grant Miller or whatever it is. I liked him way more than I thought I was going to like him. However, he's still not the best Flash. I still think the TV version of Flash, the way he portrays the character, is much better. I also didn't like the Flash's costume in this movie. I didn't understand the steel wires around the outfit. In particular, there's one where it crosses over his chest, and it's not center. And it's really, I don't know, for me it was off-putting. I was like, why is that not center?
I think they were going for, like, it's homemade. Like, they were very much going for, this was not made by professional people, this was not made by Bruce Wayne, it was made by, you know, Barry. Yeah. And so I think that's what they were going for. But I mean, in the actual show, it's made by the scientists, it's made by Cisco. Yeah. And so that it has like a more professional look to it. I think they were trying to separate it from the actual TV show and saying like, this is our version.
And I get that. And it was also very Injustice, from the video game Injustice, a very armored looking thing from like that. And I get that, but again, I did like him way more than I thought I was going to like him.
You gotta keep in mind Zack Snyder, alright? He probably came up with the thing.
That's true.
But yeah, I mean, he was really good. Like,
man, you don't need to wear no goddamn thing over your stomach. You gonna let your abs show.
Everyone needs to be ripped.
But yeah, he did have a lot of cool scenes, and I did like his take on the Speed Force being all electricity and sparks and things popping. I didn't mind that, and he was actually the reason for the coolest moment in the movie for me.
By that same token, all right, guys, let's break down the movie one by one. Opens up with
the saddest song in existence.
Oh man, I have to.
Oh my god, yeah. This movie starts off so. Oh my gosh, it was very sad. It was very sad. It was anything and everything sad. It was like, by the way,
how did that song go? It was like, there's no raindrops anymore. It was like it was literally like a song, like a parody of a sad song where it was like, you know, like, yeah, my cat died today. I don't have money for a funeral.
Yeah, it was a super sad song, and it was a montage of like the world going to shit and people being terrible people.
Yeah,
and
it really was.
But right before that, it was a good time because I guess Joss was probably like, nah, you can't open up the movie with goddamn.
We can't do this, man.
Exactly.
What was the fun time in the beginning?
It was the kids via interviewing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so the beginning of the movie, the kids.
So it opens up lighthearted, and then they're like, all right, now this is the part where, you know, Zach was.
You ever felt a punch to the heart? Here you go. I really like the fight scenes. I gotta say, with these movies though, I love Batman. I love that it's very Arkham City. Like, anytime it's just directly from, I want to say it's directly from the game.
Yeah, it is. It's straight out the game.
The way that he moves, the way that he fights, all of it. And then even just jumping off of a building and, like, landing on somebody, it's so Arkham City that I love it so much.
Ben, help us out, man. You gotta help us out, okay?
Ben.
We need you.
Ben Affleck.
Oh.
He plays Batman.
Yeah.
What movie are you reviewing?
He's Batman.
I didn't know what you when you said Ben.
We're talking to Ben. Hi, Ben. If you're watching.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
Yeah, because he's talking about quitting the whatever.
No, don't
do it,
quit.
man. You're like the best part of this shit,
oh
man.
my god, he was so good.
He's just all like that.
He is.
To me, that's
Batman.
that's my Batman.
Yeah.
All right. People talk about Michael Keaton, and Michael Keaton was a great Batman. He was the Batman, but I don't know. It's like something about Ben Affleck. He just fits that role so fucking well.
You know what's funny is that like when he first got cast to it, I wasn't really sure if he was gonna pull it off. And then you see him as Batman, and he's great. He does a fantastic job.
He just has Batman down, man.
Yeah.
He's got him down.
It was so funny where they're like, "What's your superpower?" "I'm rich." I was like, that is his superpower.
I'm rich.
Yeah, man.
I liked it.
Yeah, he's such a good Batman. I feel like character-wise, Batman and Wonder Woman stole the show with Aquaman coming up a strong third. Mm-hmm. Aquaman...
rivaling first, honestly.
Aquaman, Jason Momoa really took it out of the park, man. Like, because let's be honest, Aquaman sucks as a character. His character has always sucked. The Justice League cartoons kind of tried to revamp him and make him cooler, give him more abilities and shit like that. But man,
they did a good job too.
Yeah, Jason Momoa really knocked it. Like, he was fantastic as Aquaman. Like, you wanted to see more of him on screen.
I definitely like the jokes that they would throw at him, where he's like, "You can talk to fish, right?" And you're just like, that's what you always think when you think of Aquaman, is just him talking to whales, like doo 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 doo, and you're just like. So I thought that was hilarious. I loved that they showed Atlantis.
Yeah,
that was really cool. And they saw, is she the queen, or is she like supposed to be Jason Momoa's like future queen? Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
I will say that Cyborg, I like the guy who played him's acting.
CG's not the best, guys.
His CG is fucking awful, and it's crazy because when
it's not fucking awful, Chris. Let's not start a lynching party.
Yeah, no. Comparatively to other things done in the movie, it is bad. It is awful because there are scenes where Cyborg is standing there and his face is literally floating, and you can see it moving, and it's real bad. Especially comparatively to Aquaman. Like, there's a scene where Aquaman is fighting and he's in the water and he's knocked down and he fucking hits the ground, and the way his body moved, the way his hair is moving, it's like perfect. And then you shoot to Cyborg and it's like, what? And I don't understand, because like, if you look back at RoboCop and the scene where he's all out of his helmet, everything like that, and he looks great to this day, all practical effects.
In the description below, we will have how long it took said person to get into the RoboCop outfit. Just a little logistics thing.
But that's what they could have did with this guy. Like, they could have...
It was 4 hours.
Still! Then you got people who do longer makeup than that, like Worf from Star Trek, man. That's like 6 hours
Jim
job.
Carrey, when he did the Grinch, spent 8 hours trying to get that Grinch costume on.
They could have practical effected it, and then they wouldn't have had to have so much green screen on him. Mm-hmm. Like, he would have been, and he would have looked great. He would have looked real. He would have looked tangible. But in the scenes where he's in, more often than not, he looks like he doesn't belong, and you can tell that
it's a little bit disjarring. You know,
it is jarring. It's distracting, and you're just like, oh, come on, man. Like, when he had the hoodie on and everything, I was like, well, hopefully he'll wear that the whole movie. Because, like, at least that could conceal most of the CG that they were trying to put in. But even with that said, the guy who played Victor Stone, really, really good. Like, I really liked him. Like, he was a really good pick. I
liked the fight between the emotion and the robot. But it was very, like, they mention it maybe once or twice, and then it's like, all right.
Could you imagine that? Like, yeah, no, you're going to be Cyborg. Like, yeah, great.
We're going to put you in a green suit.
You're going to act with half your face. You mean like You mean like so like you know like I'm gonna be doing like a lot of winks and stuff? No, like literally, just half your face, not your body, not your arms, not anything. Half your face, not even the whole half of the face, but just a large portion of half your face.
Can I just say
A testament to
for
how well he did.
Yeah.
Can I just say, for as much money as Bruce Wayne has, everyone broke into his shit. Like, Cyborg immediately was like, oh, your entire system. And then Wonder Woman was like, yeah,
she
they
just
looked
walked in.
expensive. I was like, hey, hold up.
So what happens when you don't have to trip ground wires and you can leap fucking football fields.
That's true. I hope that in the future we have a point where Superman loses his powers and, like, he has to be taught how to fight, like, by Batman. Like, I eventually want to see that would be so funny.
Yeah, God help any supervillain if Superman actually had was like, maybe I should go to the gym, learn some like Muay Thai or some shit.
But isn't that I don't know. But isn't that a comic where or a cartoon where like he loses his powers and Batman teaches him how to fight and he's like, you fucking suck at this. Did I make that up? I made it.
It might have been one of those
it was
like
just like
memes or something like that.
No, I think there was something like that, but he didn't lose his powers. He was just trying to become a better, like, fighter.
That would be funny. But, I mean, it would still be something funny for the movie, like, to see.
I don't know. I kind of like Superman the way he is. Just fucking...
How awesome were the Amazons at the beginning?
Oh, my God, man.
They were awesome. I fucking loved them, man.
No, they did a really good job of making the Amazon. Because, like, that, I won't lie, that was one of my things with Wonder Woman. That was, like, one of my only things with Wonder Woman. I was like, they all seem, like, strong and whatnot, but, like, the Amazons were, like, supposed to be, like, really fucking strong. Like, I would have liked in Wonder Woman to see, like, one of the soldiers when they attack the beach to get, like, thrown across the fucking beach. Just being like, like, you picked the wrong fucking beach.
Yeah.
But it was like they were just like really, 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 really good at fighting.
Yeah.
It was like...
I can see that.
But they were missing like that Amazon strength where it was like, like pick a guy up and just be like, you fucking idiot.
And I think in this one they showed... I think in Wonder Woman they showed more like acrobatic like fighting and stuff. Where in this one they really did show their strength. Like they actually fight like all those minions and then they catch that wall. But you actually get to see how strong the Amazons are. Even though what's his name? Steppenwolf. Even though Steppenwolf kind of just makes them look terrible. I for real thought it was Liam Neeson the entire time. I was like, I'm for sure this is Liam Neeson.
He did have kind of like a Liam Neeson dialect when he was talking.
Didn't though, but at the beginning I was like, I'm pretty sure
I started to think it was Liam Neeson.
But I was wrong, guys. It's not.
They were looking at the credits when it was over, and they were like hard looking at him. I was like,
that's another thing.
Is somebody we know in here?
fucking missing things. Like, take Hela from Thor Ragnarok, right? Her whole fucking headpiece. Really fucking cool.
Yeah.
And that was practical. Like, the only thing that was CG is when she changed her hair to the headpiece.
So
that was CG.
So cool.
Every time her helmet's like her big horn thing is on her head, that was practical. That was an actual headpiece she was wearing. I didn't understand why Steppenwolf needed to be CG. I get he has this huge helmet piece, but he could have been a regular person. Like, I didn't understand the heavy reliance so much on CG.
Well, they
like Steppenwolf could have been a person with fucking prosthetics on.
Yeah, but
like I don't understand.
I understand where they're coming from because they wanted to show his size, but at the same time,
Lord of the Rings perfected that technology.
Yeah.
Man.
I was gonna say though, like you're definitely 100% in the right. Well, I would say like 98% in the right because logistics always come into mind. Like 4 hours to get into makeup, and like the time it would have taken to shoot sequences like that. But like the way it was shot. There were so many scenes where he was just like by himself and like up close face shots where I was like, you really should have thought about like just doing like a regular guy for this, man.
Yeah,
because especially when they went for those up close face shots, like, that's clearly a CGI person. That's
like,
clearly.
oh.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, Avatar where you're like, is that one of the real parts? Is that like one of the fake parts?
Exactly,
you
and
were like-
that was the problem, because so many of those close-ups, you could tell it was CG, and it wasn't like, it wasn't
So itchy.
Out of the park CG.
Yeah,
it was
bad.
like like summer blockbuster CG, like Geostorm CG, or like
yeah, but it was so
Sharknado.
jarring when him talking, and then it shoots to one of the heroes with a regular ass face, and it's just so off-putting because it doesn't look realistic at all. The lighting isn't right on it, like it's not good. And again, a point where they could have used prosthetics, and I just don't get why they didn't do that. I feel like it cost way more money to spend hundreds of hours to create Steppenwolf like that, and then
could have saved a lot of money though. Once again, logistics.
Okay.
Could have saved some money, DC. Could have saved some money.
I think the connection between like the rest of the movies with Darkseid and stuff was very, very weak. Like, it's a sentence in the entire movie. It's a sentence to connect everything to Darkseid. And then I was like, well, for me, I don't know. I've never read like any of the comics or anything. I don't follow any of that stuff. I just watch the movies, and so like I feel like for me it was very much like, by the way, Darkseid, and then it was like back to Mother. Like I didn't really feel like.
Yeah,
I
she's
felt
talking-
like this was its own movie.
She's talking about Steppenwolf. The whole movie was quoting Mother. He was like, "For you, Mother, 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 for you, Mother. I am destined to rule this galaxy." Blah blah blah. Right. At one point in the middle of the movie, he changes it up and he like kind of whispers, "For Darkseid," and then that's it. And then it's back to him saying "Mother, Mother, Mother, Mother," and it's just like, I get that why they did that to appease the fan base and
I got confused for a
people
little
who watch
bit
the comics,
because
but
I was like, is Darkseid Mother?
and he was actually saying that his mother reference is probably to Granny Goodness, which could be true.
I don't know. I really like this movie. I hated that the fact that what's his face is still Lex Luthor.
No, like
God.
this is a spoiler.
This is a spoiler,
Yeah, Lex
but
is
it's
in the
like
movie,
it
but
fills you with disappointment.
because it comes from the back of his head, and you're like, oh my god, that's an old person's head. Did they recast him? Oh my god! What if they recast him? Yes!
And then
I feel like this movie would have just won on so many merits if they were just like, didn't even fucking explain it. Just said, no, we're sorry, guys. We're sorry. He was a terrible Lex Luthor. We learned our lesson. Look,
Yeah.
we've got a completely different... We're not even going to explain it. We're just going to say sorry at the end of the movie for him. But then it was him, and you're just like, oh, Jesus.
I have nothing
Jesse
against.
Eisenberg.
I don't have anything against the actor.
No, he's a great actor. I love him in
It's
pretty
just
much everything he does.
character, though. This character is just not. I'm sorry. Lex Luthor is somebody that like he's a businessman. He walks into a room and immediately the room hushes because you're like, damn. But like Jesse Eisenberg is just not that
Because
person.
he has a commanding presence.
Yes, thank you.
Jesse
That's what I was trying to
Eisenberg
say.
does not have a commanding
Not at all.
presence.
He has this very like awkward like character type. It's very much he feels
Well,
like the Joker to me.
He probably would have made a good Joker, honestly.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, with this movie taking the first step towards a better route for these movies, Joss Whedon fixed this movie. It's clear. I hope that with Zack Snyder out of the picture, Lex Luthor is hopefully the next movie he's in is recast. Or find out a reason to write him out or change him to a different character maybe. And that he wasn't never Lex Luthor, he was just pretending. I'd be cool with that. Flip him to the Thinker or some shit like that. Where he's just fucking masquerading as Lex Luthor. He's not really Lex Luthor. That would make awesome sense.
And I know there's people out there that really like Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor, and more power to you guys. But
I'm not
I just
yeah,
can't agree. I
like-
just do not like him as this character.
Jesse, like Lex Luthor doesn't go. You got me. I'm escaping. That's not Lex Luthor.
No.
That's not Lex Luthor.
He's very much like you said, a very commanding. Like he just orders
Lex
you
Lu-
to do it, and you do it.
Lex Luthor will look Superman in the eyes and call his bluff and ask him to do the unthinkable. Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor, not Jesse Eisenberg himself, like I have no idea about the guy, but Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor, it's like, like, not in the face, Oy! No.
And he plays games like the Game Master or the Riddler, where he's like, your mother's over here and Batman's over there, and you've got 15 seconds. No, man.
That's not Lex Luthor. That's like, Lex Luthor is, nah, motherfucker, I built a suit and I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's so weird.
Yeah.
So weird.
I was very disappointed that they still had him, like that Lex Luthor in this universe. But I mean, overall, I thought the movie was
Yeah,
good.
like I said, overall, like we thought it was a good movie. Definitely put your money towards it. Definitely go check it out. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe below. Thanks for always stopping by. Make sure to mention if you need anything. Mention if you
You guys need anything? You guys want like a Coke?
You need some
make sure to
popcorn,
mention in the comments below if there's
nachos.
anything you want to see us do or review. But
I'm doing a beer run. So
yeah, you want something, guys? You want something? Well, yeah, thanks for stopping by, and we really had a blast. And as always, thanks for stopping by.
I hope that
there's
in the
not a
future.
single bird in this world more ready for gangsters type shit than pigeons.